was about 9 years old, I used to skip school. This was in Detroit, Michigan, and it was called Thornapple Valley.
Yeah.
It was a big, giant, where they made bacon, ham, sausage.
It's a pig facility.
Yes.
I can't believe you're
You know
bringing
what they
this
was
up.
doing? You know what they was doing?
Yeah.
All right, there was an assembly line.
Yep.
Where they had these, like they zapped the pig and they went straight. They didn't know it, and a big giant sledgehammer would knock their head. If it didn't knock it off, it would knock them completely out. Where their feet gave way, it was like, oh, oh, oh.
But they're still alive.
Yes, and then they just chopped their head off and do it next, and then put it in a scrambler and it came out all meat.
So you've seen that.
Yes, as a little kid.
How did that affect you as a kid?
Oh, I never ate that kind of meat. I still eat meat, like steak and stuff, which, you know, my little brother's vegan, and he was trying to teach me about it, but he wound up killing himself. He hung himself.
Fuck.
But,
I'm sorry to hear that.
no problem. But, you know, it's something I got to look into, and, you know, people are stuck in that ways. We're stuck in our ways, like,
What about you?
We need meat.
But what about you?
Look, now look at what meat does to me.
Are you willing to be vegan?
Yeah.
Yeah? Because you know,
What's vegan mean? No milk, no nothing?
vegan means you avoid all forms of animal exploitation as much as practicably possible. So it doesn't mean you cause zero harm as a human being, because that's not possible. Just by existing, you might have accidentally stood on a bug whilst walking over to sell your bottles of water. But at least you can avoid meat, dairy, eggs, honey, leather, wool, fur, down, silk, anything that comes from an animal or is an animal body part. We think animals are here for us, but animals are here with us. Would you agree?
And in the Bible, it says that we're supposed to take care of the animals.
Of course.
That we're the main race, the main species. Like,
right.
We're the ones.
We have the power to protect them and look after them. But we use our power to destroy them and to steal their babies away from them and exploit them in any way we can think of.
Now that you mentioned that, I got a retired brother-in-law who was married to my sister. This was a long time ago.
Okay.
I don't even know how she married him. But I went to go visit them one day, and they lived like in the suburbs where there were all condominiums, and there were geese that ran wild. I'm talking about these geese were like mean. I don't know what they geese or they were geese with a long neck.
Yep.
And he did it as a joke one day. I went over there and I was staying having coffee, and one of the baby geeses came to his door. So he opened the door, let the baby geese in, and slammed the door shut. The mother geese went crazy. I mean, it was like on a door with its beak, almost breaking the door.
Right,
the
give me back my baby.
everything. Yes.
Yes.
And he hurried up and threw the baby right out as fast as he could.
Beautiful.
He was like,
What does that say?
That tells me that's a mother taking care of her baby.
That's an individual just like me and you,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
The bond between a mother or a father and their baby with the animal kingdom is no different from our bond with our babies.
Come on. That's your baby, that's your seed.
But you know that when you eat meat, when you eat dairy, eggs, or you buy any animal products, you're supporting that.
Yep.
Children being taken away from their mothers.
Who's a vegan.
Yep.
And like he helps a lot of poor people out, and he just tells people, please. You know, he won't get people who look like they're on drugs, but if they got a story and he knows them and he gets to know them and he knows they're trying to get a job and stuff,
yep.
He tells them, please, if I give you this money, do not spend it on any dairy, animal, or any other products. And then like one day somebody questioned me, said, you're giving me the money, why would you tell me how and not to spend it? He said, because I don't want to support that.
Yeah.
I don't want my dollar supporting that. Why should it?
Yeah. That's morally the correct thing to say and do.
I think, now especially things happen for a reason, I want to look into this.
That's the imperative morally, is to be vegan. Because if you think that stabbing an animal to death for a sandwich, or anally electrocuting foxes for a coat, or sticking needles in a monkey for animal testing, if you think any of those things are wrong, then being vegan is just about aligning your actions with those set of values that you already have, my man.
Right, and you guys are all around, like every country. You guys are in every country,
every
all
city,
around the
yes,
world.
yes.
Right.
1,000 cities, this organization alone.
That's right.
The vegan movement is growing exponentially.
Yeah, it is.
And then so the question becomes, if this is stamped out because no evil can last forever, remember that, right? When this is stamped out, just like slavery of black people was stamped out in this country not long ago, What side of history do you want to stand on?
Right, on the right side, that's right.
That means you're vegan from now. And that means that you only need to align your actions with your values. And that speech at the top, must see, okay? It's free to watch on YouTube. It's got 4 million views. It's interesting you say you're from Detroit. That is by a guy named Gary Yourofsky. He's from Detroit. And that pig farm you mentioned, what was the name again?
Thornapple Valley.
It's so weird that you mentioned
It's
that.
on Russell Street.
I don't know where it is, but I'm pretty sure Gary...
Yo, this place was so big.
Yeah?
My dad worked there and everything.
Right.
And he'd steal meat from there. And he had this was his hustle. He'd steal meat from there. I remember I was a little kid. I never contributed to none of it, but this is what I seen growing up. And he had a big giant deep freezer where he'd put in a deep freezer, and all his neighbors, relatives, and my mom's relatives would come get like $50 to $60 worth of meat for like $20. But this was back in the early 80s when that was big money.
Wow. So you know that speech, the best speech you will ever hear, that's by a guy named Gary Yourofsky, and I'm pretty sure, because I'm lucky enough to be able to call him a friend now, and I was just hanging with him just before coming to New York. What's interesting is that his story is on how he went vegan was he went to that pig farm, I'm pretty sure. That's how he initially exposed himself to what was going on to the animals. It's really, really weird that you bring this up, man. I'm pretty sure it's the same facility, but you gotta watch this speech by him. This is divine intervention.
Old Milwaukee Street.
Yep.
And Russell, and it's right by the GM factory in Hamtramck in Detroit.
I'm not sure where that is exactly, but I'm pretty sure I recognize the name. And so watch that speech by Gary. He's got 4 million views. I watched that speech 6 years ago if you're interested to know on how I went vegan. I saw that. Before watching that, I didn't even know what vegan meant. I didn't imagine myself being vegan at all. And because I'm not an animal lover.
Right.
But then I realized you don't even need to be an animal lover.
I do love animals. I don't know why. I got the connection with them.
Beautiful.
Ever since I became clean and sober, I was in the Bible, and God gave me the Holy Spirit. It talks about it in the book of John. And now, I don't want to really take up your time and everything. And one thing is, whatever I say, I'm not lying. I'm telling you 100 million%, believe it or not. When I talk to somebody, like I have family members who lie me, like if we're talking right now, and I know they're lying me, it'll automatically down on me that they're lying me, and I just like look at them and say, oh, well, bye-bye. I don't need to hear you lie.
Lack of integrity, lack of morals. And animals don't do that to you, do they?
No.
Yeah, because they're pure.
Now, like, once I got the Holy Spirit, like there's dogs that just stop, go out of the way and look at me, and like, and I'll just do whatever back or something like that, and they like play with me.
Yeah.
That now I used to always be scared of dogs because they're vicious, and now they're not vicious toward me.
Yeah, I used to be scared of dogs when I was a kid.
Right.
Now I'm just friends with all of them.
Dog is a man's best friend.
Yeah. Actually, pigs as well. Actually, a cow is just a big dog. And a fox is a dog. But you were bringing up foxes earlier. They're canines just like dogs are. They're more intelligent and conscious than we give them credit for.
Wow.
So, my man, I've got to leave you with this speech I really think you need to watch, okay? That one at the top.
Okay.
Because that man, Gary Yourofsky, you will connect to him very well.
Okay.
So watch that when you get a chance on YouTube, okay?
I sure will. Wow, no wonder you guys got a big giant movement, and you guys got people who really stand up.
This is a Swiss Army knife of addressing most of the issues we have in the world right now. So yes, it starts with animal exploitation. That's the reason for you to be vegan.
Okay.
But then that impacts your health if you eat right, and then it impacts the environment hugely.
That's right.
Hugely. And then I want to just show you this last one, Dominion. That is on YouTube for free. And I just want to ask you to watch that because that is the most extensive coverage on exactly how we exploit animals around the world. If you want to understand truly what we do to these animals and which animals.
I'm sensitive to blood, but I can watch it. I deal with it, and you know.
It's dark, but it's important to know.
Nice to meet you. I look forward to seeing you guys, hanging out with you, and just spreading the word, man.
Please come and join us as well if you want to volunteer with us.
I sure will.
We just spread the word by talking to people like I'm doing with you right now. If you want,
now
it's starting to rain.
Now look at the crowd. See?
But it's starting to rain. We're gonna go downstairs.
A few people now.
Well, we've been talking to people the whole time. That's why it didn't seem like we had that many people.
That's good. When I first came to Christ, I don't lie, people, and I don't bear false witness. If I don't know something, I'll say, look, I'm new. I don't know, but if you do your research, you could find it out.
Yeah.
But I won't lie him and stuff like that because that's stupid, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
What I don't know, I just let them know. I don't know. I'm new in it, and I know and then I tell them what I do know. That animals should not be sacrificed for us to eat. It's not what they're for. So just by us taking our part and not eating them, we're taking the first step.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned that you're a Christian, right?
Yes.
So I want to say this to you, man. You remember the Garden of Eden?
Yes.
That was God's most perfect place. You remember that?
Yes.
There was no killing of animals in that place. And think about it. Let's look at God's two most perfect places, Garden of Eden and heaven, right?
Yes.
Do you think a slaughterhouse would be in heaven?
No way. No way.
All
I'll
right.
keep in touch with you guys, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll be together somewhere.
Yeah.
And
We'll see you around.
I'll help you guys out.
Yeah, come
Thank
join
you.
us and volunteer, man. We'd love to have you with us.
I will.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Power.
Thank you.